Help protect us from racism and xenophobia by becoming an I Love Black People ambassador today. Join on iloveblackpeople.com. No matter where you are in the world, join us today and get access to the I Love Black People network. Special thanks to Banneker Communities.
Greetings and welcome to another edition of I Love Black People. And as always, I have to start off thanking all of our listeners and our members for all of your support. We couldn't do it without you, and the energy and the insight that you provide literally is what literally continues to guide us on this incredible path and journey together. So thank you. So I want to say that. And we got some big news. Uh, October 3rd at 3 p.m. in National Harbor, we will uh, be honored to be the guest ring leader for the Universal Soul Circus. And we're super excited about that. And we're going to be giving away tickets. So anyone who's already downloaded the I Love Black People app, make sure you go to info at iloveblackpeople.com and show us your downloaded uh, application, and we will put you in the box and shake the names around and pick some winners so you can bring your family to the circus. So Universal Soul Circus, I'll be the guest. It's actually Ringmaster, so a ringleader. I'll be the guest ringmaster at 3 p.m. August 3rd on a Sunday at the National Harbor. So definitely come out and join us. And the Universal Soul Circus is a black owned led circus, and they don't even have the animals where you have to worry about them getting mistreated, but they have some of the most fantastic acrobatic, the clowns, the jugglers, the contortionists, all these wonderful performers, and all of it under one big top. And they've been we've been blessed to have them allow us to be a guest ringmaster, and we're super. And actually, the owner is a Tuskegee alum, and I'm a Tuskegee alum too. So we did a little ski love on that, and we're definitely want to see as many of our members out. What we're telling folks is to come in your favorite black love attire. Of course, you got your "I Love Black People" T-shirt. Come with that, and anything that kind of brings us together. So it can even be your best Pan African red, your red, black, and green. Whatever you feel that you want to be a part of this wonderful day and honoring the work that we're doing and continue to do with your support. We're really doing this in preparation for our official launch of the app, of the I Love Black People Safe Places app, where we've been crowdsourcing and getting so many people referred to help us build the first global platform to create a safety net to protect our people from the harms and humiliations of racism and Afrophobia. And Afrophobia is defined as the irrational fear or hatred uh, of those who are perceived to be of African descent. And this is a monumentous occasion that's coming up, and we wouldn't be able to do it without you. We spent literally months and months and years building and developing, and now we're coming in for the last stretch, and we definitely need your help more than ever to make sure the official launch happens and we take off like a rocket, and make sure that we're doing the things that so many of our family members deserve. They deserve to be treated with dignity and respect, and we deserve to be protected from those who think otherwise. And what we're building, we're in the process of putting together for our official launch, with your support, is something that we want to make sure that we do in a way that makes you proud. And with your support, we're going to do that. And we're literally going to have some more help joining us. So we want to make sure that we do everything that we can to outreach to many of our members over the next 9 weeks till that October 4th date. we're going to literally be, I mean, it's like 10 weeks. We're going to be really focusing on reaching back out to our current members. So if you're one of those members who hasn't been involved in a while, we're going to be sending you emails letting you know that that the app is literally close to being done and we need your final touches. We've had people helping us build this really from day one. And that day one started when we were talking about the technology that was necessary to build this. And those folks who recommended, and I will bring this up. One of the things with the work we're doing is almost like the chicken and egg. You want to make sure you have all as many of the Black friendly, Pan African friendly spaces, but at the same time you want to get people on boarded to the app. But if they get on the app and there's no places, it makes them wonder why they're on the app. So we've literally been, doing community based development of the app where we've really been focusing on our Pan African community, those people who explicitly see themselves as Pan Africanists. Everybody that's Black doesn't see themselves as a Pan Africanist. We get that. That's fair enough. Everybody, again, I tell folks what we've been through as peoples, is very traumatizing. So I don't trigger folks or try to cause anything that would trigger any type of trauma. But there are those of us who see ourselves as being a part of one big family, and that family deserves to be protected. So we really started off early on, targeting and having the help of Pan Africanists who were willing to share information with the whole African diaspora to make sure that our people were treated with dignity and respect and treated well. And we've done quite a bit on the continent of Africa too, where we literally let's just we did some of the recent demographic numbers. We have like members from over 100 uh countries. We would have, and I love Black people thus to date from all the work we've done. We literally have been able to pull together, I'd say easily, um members from all walks of life, um but literally through Europe, through Africa, South America. We've literally had members from all over the world, and that's why we talk about it as a diaspora. And so, with our latest numbers, we have 157,926 members from 137 countries. That's the I Love Black people that you've been supporting, and we really are grateful that we could never have gotten those numbers without your commitment and contribution. And most of those members we see about 28,000 in the U.S., 13,000 in Ghana, 11,000 in Liberia, another 11,000 in Zambia, 10,000 in Kenya, about another 10,000 in Zimbabwe, 9,000 in Sierra Leone, 7,000 in Uganda, 6,000 in South Africa, and 5,000 Tanzania. But there's literally more and more with your support. And our focus is making sure we follow up with those of you who've actually contributed by recommending a Black friendly, Pan African friendly space. So you'll be getting phone calls. We'll be reaching out to you to make sure that you're re-engaged and you download the app. Make sure you download the app. Like if anything you do, everything that we're working on, we want to make sure that app is the centerpiece. Using Meta, using uh, what's that Elon Musk platform. We need to be using Pan African platforms. So when you use I Love Black People, you're using a Pan African platform that we control. I was giving the breakdown in countries, but when we're breaking down the states, we seem to have most of our members in California in the United States, then Florida, then North Carolina, then DC, then Maryland, Illinois. I thought we'd have Virginia up there somewhere. Okay. So in California, you got 3,000, Florida, 1,800, North Carolina, 1,800, DC, 1,700, Maryland, 1,600. Oh, wow. So these are the numbers that we have. And out of those numbers, We also identify people who've actually done something to contribute, referring or recommending. These are the things that we couldn't have gotten to this point to launch without your support. Now we need your support. One of the things that we use to validate some of the recommendations is have you look at the recommendations, and if you think that place is also Pan African or Black friendly, make sure you go ahead and recommend it too. So, at the point where we get a critical mass, the places with the most recommendations would be the places that we would say were the most Black friendly. So again, this the context of this is not telling us where not to go, because there's definitely plenty of racist places out there. What we're saying is we're identifying the good places, the places that do it right, and we're doing that in 8 key categories. Healthcare, legal, childcare slash education, finance, transportation, accommodations, food, and these are like key areas that we want to make sure everybody has access to, so that we can do what's necessary to protect each other. So if you haven't heard from us, you're going to be hearing from us, and make sure you do your best to again refer other people who are concerned about our treatment as a people. And then we also have the chat groups that we need to do better with. Like, again, in each of these categories, we have chat groups that allow conversations around the issues like education or transportation or legal, healthcare, all these areas that are key in our communities. We want to make sure that we're building the linkages, the connections, so that we can literally provide this global safety net in a way that can eventually be like a mutual aid society, something where we could have our own school system without owning a school, because we've connected all these Black friendly, Pan African friendly educational facilities and educators. Same thing with healthcare. We want to make sure that we have it so that you're part of a healthcare network full of people that love to treat us with dignity and respect, and that understands that our lives are as precious as anyone else's. As somebody like a Serena Williams almost was killed giving birth. Now, women been having babies since we've been human beings. So it's one of those things where it's unfathomable that somebody like her would almost be killed giving birth. Like, she's, of course, physically fit, wealthy, somebody who's famous. She's an important person, and married to a white man. So even that proximity to power that's perceived to be white supremacy, and she still almost died. So we got to make sure that we create systems, not trying to make sure that people do the right thing. We need to make sure we do the right thing and protect ourselves. And the days of having signs on the doors, praise God, no longer exist. But now there's people doing bad things, and you don't even know it's about to happen. So you don't want to be in the situation with the law, and you're looking for a lawyer who perceives you're guilty until proven innocent because they're racist. So these are things that, again, um, if these bad things happen, they can be catastrophic. So we want to make sure that we continue to build this safety net that's never been built before. And with your support, we're going to close out strong on these last 10 weeks of building this in a way that really would change the lives of our family members to come, and our lineage. This is our one of our legacy projects, literally creating something that didn't exist before we were here, that protect our people. And of course, we built this on the premise of the Victor Green's Green Book, when it was more of an analog version with a book from the 1930s to the 1960s. But we've taken that concept, digitized it, made it international, and leveraged the brains of some of the best people on the planet, through I Love Black People. And we think this is a very special time with all the things going on, uncertainties, and you know, when people are doing deliberate things to harm folks, we got to do deliberate things to protect ourselves. We don't fight fire with fire. We fight fire with water, and that's why we focus on love. Love disrupts hate. We're making that type of hate of racism and Afrophobia obsolete. We're going to make it so that type of racism and hatred can't harm or hurt our people. We're going to make sure they're protected, and that we identify places that receive us in the full humanity that we all deserve. So I think it's very important as we talk about this app and how important it is that we see that, and then the Universal Soul Circus is honoring which we do to build that way and to leverage the technology and the intellect that we have to do something that directly impacts our communities and it's worth it. So can't wait. And then we're also going to be there on that Friday at 7 p.m. They have like three shows. They have one at 12, one at 3, and one at 6 on Saturday and on that Sunday. And I'm going to be the ring master of the 3 o'clock show on Sunday. So make sure you come out. And if you have our app downloaded, make sure you download it. I mean, put a screenshot, send it to us with your contact information, and we'll have your name drawn as a part of our ticket giveaway. So we got some free tickets to share. So make sure you share that screenshot of the I Love Black People app that you've downloaded and registered. Make sure you fully download and register. And we definitely pray that you actually also help us crowdsource by recommending a Black friendly or Pan African friendly space. I use the words interchangeably because in the African market where we are also Black, because so many people are, everybody's Black. Pan African is a better context because it speaks to the fact that no matter where you are in Africa, you know, we're all family. Some people will, of course, we've heard of tribalism, some of the negativity that literally people who are related in the grand scheme of things are actually attacking each other. So we're literally very sensitive to the fact that, unfortunately, the harm that we sometimes receive can be in the hands of people who are just like us. And we that's unacceptable too. So this is not to say any depends on who it is. It's okay to be harmful. We're saying Afrophobia is the irrational fear or hatred of people perceived to be of African descent. And no matter who you are, that's unacceptable. And the work we're doing is literally leveraging technology to protect our community from that behavior. And in many ways, this is just the beginning, though, with your support. And we're going to be focusing, like I said, on making sure the app is working right. If you download the app now, you see anything that needs to be fixed, we have a form that you can fill out just to let us know, hey, I tried this. We need all the if you love what we're doing, tell a friend. If something happens you don't like, tell us. Let us know as soon as possible. We need that feedback. All of you who've helped us out this far, we call y'all early adopters. You're the people who, before we were promoting it big, sharing it with lots of people, you're the people who've actually come and have seen what we're doing and see it being valuable early on. And your feedback is more important than anything. And of course, downloading is free. We don't charge our people to be safe. So make sure you do everything you can to be a part of this by, continue to share, let your friends know, and try out. Like right now, we have some systems that we put in place, like a point system where you accumulate points by by referring people, by being on the app. We got streaks. We literally allow you. This is kind of like the gamification, but it allows you to track your engagement. Like it keeps track of the people you've referred, the businesses you recommended, and there's different levels to this where you ultimately can be I Love Black People ambassador if you execute enough. And that's what we're looking for. We're looking for folks who are committed to literally sharing the love throughout the diaspora all over the world. And we can do it with your support. We don't need somebody, you know, you know, super wealthy to somehow say this is okay. We don't need famous people to say this is okay. We just need you to know this is better than okay. Like this is what we need, and the way we build it is with your support. And if everybody does a little bit, no one has to do a lot. So again, come out, be supportive. We're gonna make sure that we get the app in the hands of many as our people as possible to help us crowdsource. And then for the folks who may not be the crowdsourcers, once we launch it, this is now for everybody. We want to make sure though that we got things right and tight. So we need y'all right now. We need a sense of urgency. October 4th is when we're doing the official launch. So before then, we got to make sure this app is right and tight with your support. Now, I would be remiss if I didn't also bring up the Black Blockchain Summit that's coming up. If you haven't been, it's a great opportunity to get the latest, greatest information about Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, all these things that you hear about. We talk about it. We get into the bottom line of what's happening out here in the crypto industry, and we want to make sure our community is not left out. And one of our premises that we have in our conference, we have the applied scientists like electrical engineers, computer engineers, computer developers, but then we also have social scientists. We have your sociologists, psychologists, political scientists, economists to talk about these issues in a way that really helps us get a good handle on the problem themselves and the solution. Oftentimes, tech people in the applied sciences think they know everything. They don't. They do oftentimes know how to make scalable solutions, but the people who probably got better handle on the problem are the folks in social sciences. But oftentimes they don't have the best knowledge in scalable solutions. So we love to put these two together to come up with things that really help us. And then we got some great workshops. Friday, scams. We're working with the DC. Uh, what's it? License and insurance license and insurance, so that they give us the best information we need about how to, make sure we're safe from scams. And then one of the things that's important for us is making sure that that information is given to you in a way that you can ask questions and be able to uh, take advantage of it. So one of the things that we're doing now is making sure that information is available and you can use it to do what's necessary to share. But with that being said, thank you so much with everything that you do. And lastly, I think it's important to say that all the work that we do is to uplift our communities and to make sure that we have access to all the things that we're entitled to and more. And we think technology is a great way in order to come up with scalable solutions to do that. And the work we've been doing for the last 10 years have been dedicated to creating and building ways that have not been done before and to solve old problems that probably have been in the making for easily over 500 years, right? Racism, Afrophobia. And I think it's important that we all find a way to fulfill our calling. I know so much of what we do, we're here trying to make sure we pay the bills, and so many of you are ambitious like myself, and you see yourself in almost in a rat race to the top and all these things. But we have a calling, and to make sure that we're doing everything we can to fulfill that calling, whatever that thing is. I think we all should do and commit to as much as we can to fulfill that calling. um and I, through the radio show, through our actions, it's important that we share that and empower as many people as possible with the opportunity to do it in their lives, and to take care of their family and their friends as we do these things. So again, if you get a chance, make sure uh, October 3rd. It's a Sunday, 3 o'clock. We're going to be all the way live at the Universal Circus, and you'll see, acrobats, and I'm saying acrobats. You'll see the jugglers. You see a bunch of fun really for adults and for the children. My niece and my sister, and, my wife and my mom all went a few weeks back, and they had a blast. And again, if you haven't been to a circus in some time, why not go to a circus that literally is based on some of the most, fun, amazing things, and is actually led and developed by, our community. Like these are the things, and it's respectful in the sense that if you look at the things that we're doing, that they're doing going to do in the show, you'll see how it's amazing. And we're the ones that we've been waiting for. And if we're building things that we need, it's important that we do it in a way that serves our communities and make sure that our communities have everything that they need uh, from the work that we do. So it's I'm so, pleased to be a part of this. And as I always say to you, and this is from the bottom of my heart, I am because we are. And thank you for all your time.
Help protect us from racism and xenophobia by becoming an I Love Black People ambassador today. Join on iloveblackpeople.com. No matter where you are in the world, join us today and get access to the I Love Black People network. Help protect us from racism and xenophobia by becoming an I Love Black People ambassador today. Join on iloveblackpeople.com. No matter where you are in the world, join us today and get access to the I Love Black People network. Special thanks to Banneker Communities.